Hello everyone, this is the 5th page of the review. We're going to be going through it. Let me just first point out that for number 56, since it was cut off, you won't get the correct intersection, but if you did use what was given to you right here, then the only intersection you would have had is the origin. Because you couldn't tell what was adding or subtracting to them, they're going to go through the origin and the y-intercept will be 0 for both. Now let's go through number 54. If we want to solve for y, then you need to remove this 3 by multiplying on both sides. Then you'll only have 8x plus 2y equals 3x. We want y by itself, so we should remove the 8x. 2y is now equal to negative 5x. We want y, not 2y, so let's divide by 2. That leaves you with y is equal to negative 5 over 2x. 55 wants you to solve for w. So let's subtract to the 4. And then we'll multiply by this fraction right there, negative 2 divided by 7. We're going to have to multiply by the flipped version of that, so a negative 7 over 2. On the left, it balances out. It leaves you with w. 14 divided by 2. I'm going to do this part first. 14 divided by 2 to get 7. And 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. This one should be pretty easy. We'll add 24. We get 52 equals negative 2x. We'll divide by the negative 2. X is equal to negative 26. F of 8. 8 is going to go for x. So we have 4 times 3 minus 2 times 8, which is 16. That's 4. And then 3 minus 16 is a negative 13. 4 times negative 13 will be a negative 52. Find the slope-intercept equation for each of the above lines that is parallel to the original. Well, you could still do this, so just do the same slope that you see in number 56, y equals negative 2x, and then just add something to it. Change the y-intercept. Alright, to solve this one for x, we have an x on the left and an x on the right. We need to get the x's together, and I think the best way to do that is going to be get rid of this 10 first. So let's multiply both sides by 10. On the left, it'll balance out. And then we have negative 1/5 times 10 times x. 1/5 of 10, that's the same thing as doing 10 divided by 5. That'll be a negative 2 times x. And then we have the 23x plus 18 on the left. Let's add this x to the right, or sorry, to the left. And let's subtract the 18. That's 25x equals negative 18. When we divide by 25, we'll get that x is equal to negative 18 over 25. This doesn't reduce to anything nice, but you could turn it into a decimal if you wanted to. The domain is this. What is the range? That might be a repeat, but you should still do it twice anyway. It's an important question, and it's definitely going to be on the test. So you'll plug in, if this is the domain, then these are all x's. So we're going to put these for x one at a time. So it's negative 8 minus 1. f of 4 is 8 minus 1. F of 5 is 10 minus 1. F of 9 is 18 minus 1. And then you just put these in a list from least to greatest. The range is this. Solve for the domain. Yes, it's a repeat, but do it again. When I write the answer this time, I'll still put it in a set, but I'm going to leave it as an improper fraction. Graph these solutions. We want to solve for y, so let's get this number and add it to the left. They don't have the same denominator, so we need a common denominator. And since 13 is prime, it's going to have to be 13 times 3 is the common one. So I'm going to have to scale this one up by 3. And I'm going to have to scale this one up by 13. 8 times 3 is 24 over 39 plus 26 over 39 is greater than negative 4y. 24 and 26 make 50. We want y by itself, so we'll divide by negative 4. And when we do that, we're going to have to change the way the sign is pointing. And it doesn't really look like there's an easy way to do this, so I'm just going to write 50 over negative 156. When we graph this, we want the y's that are greater than that negative number. This number is less than 1, so here's negative 1, here's 0. That number is going to be closer to 1. Oh, actually, it's going to be closer to 0. It's going to be closer to 0, and it's going to be an open circle. And then we want the y's that are greater than that, so we would want to point it towards the right. Find and graph these solutions. We have 12 is less than x plus 4, and x plus 4 is less than 16. We can solve this all at once. All you have to do is subtract 4 from each little side. In the middle, it cancels out and leaves you with x. X is greater than 8, and it's less than 12. Find the 0, which is the x-intercept, which means we're putting 0 for y. We'll subtract the 7. We'll divide by negative 6. Get 7/6 equals x.